Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying.
What is variable interval schedule? Variable interval schedule is a reinforcement schedule where rewards are given after various amounts of time. For example, if I study for 30 minutes, I can take a 5 to 10 minute break. If I study for an hour and a half, I can get half an hour break, so on and so forth. In most instances, who would be the best qualified to give the Rockshore Ink Blot test? A counselor with NCC and CCC after their name. B, a clinical psychologist. C, a DO psychiatrist. D, a social worker with ACSW after their name. The answer is B. A clinical psychologist would be the best qualified to give the Rockshore Ink Blot test because they have more training in this area, whereas a social worker will have the least education regarding tests and measurements. What is a variable ratio schedule? A variable ratio schedule is a reinforced schedule where rewards are given after an unpredictable number of responses. For example, take gambling machines. After X amount of unpredictable responses, a reward is given. A couple explains that they met during their sophomore year in college, at which time they were assigned the same dormitory and have been inseparable ever since. The couple's initial attraction is most likely attributed to which of the following? A. Gain-loss theory. B. Physical attraction. C. Propinquity. D. The Pimicary effect. The answer is C. Propinquity is the attribute for this couple's initial attraction. Propinquity is the tendency of individuals to form close relationship with people that they repeatedly encounter. For example, this couple, they met in their sophomore year of college, and then they were assigned to the same dormitory, and they see each other so often that they became a couple. What is vicarious trauma? Vicarious trauma is the emotional distress experienced by counselors from exposure to clients' traumas. Vicarious trauma is the experience of absorbing others' pains in times of distress, and it deeply affects the individual's well-being. For example, if a counselor works with trauma survivors, they may get secondhand trauma and may seek their own counseling because of that vicarious trauma. I highly recommend doing a little more research on vicarious trauma because you may experience it in the future. That is all 5 questions. Thank you for listening. Keep calm and study on.